What's going on, guys? It's Zach back with another video. I'm outside in the heart of nature, baby, in a relatively public park, so if people walk by, don't give me too much grief for it. I'm making this video to, one, talk about my own personal resolution for the new year, shall we say, and also to talk about my personal practice for letting go. See, I've made a video on the concept of letting go in the past, but I wanted to extrapolate on it a little bit. My old video was really about Neville Goddard's practice for letting go. And so now that I'm reading this book, Letting Go by David Hawkins, I've realized that my process kind of ties these two things into one. And a lot of people come to me asking about living in the end, Neville Goddard's practices, but why does it still seem so force-based for them? And what I've realized is simply because of my life experience, I didn't have the easiest adolescence and early adulthood, things like substance abuse, things like clinging onto toxic relationships, financial struggles, onward and etc. All things that held me back and that I perceived as being external world factors that were limiting me. But as I've grown and as I've been able to reflect and been able to reflect both on my own experience, but on the experiences of many of my clients as well, I've realized that a lot of the time when we use these practices of, manifestation, visualization, imaginal creation, conscious creation, because we are just now coming into contact with the concept that this could all be from our own perception, right? Our own consciousness could be what is creating all of reality. We start to get very nitpicky and almost force-based with these concepts, when the truth is that for our entire lives we've been creating whether we realize it or not, right? Consciously or subconsciously. And so what we want to do is accept this conscious concept of conscious creation, but also allow it to be flow-based, right? And when a lot of people use Neville Goddard's concepts and any other kind of concepts in this law of attraction community, right, it does become very force-based, and you start to ask yourself, why am I struggling so much? Why does it still seem that there are all of these external world factors out here that are, holding me back? And the truth is this, guys. Everything that is holding you back is a manifestation of your own fears, your own doubts, and your own indecision, right? And so when we leverage these practices sometimes, it can become this movement, this endeavor of force, this endeavor of needing to manipulate, needing to make things happen. And when we understand that it's really our own fears, doubts, and indecisions that are holding us back, we have to take a step back and ask ourselves, well, what is it inside of me that is limiting me? When you set an intention, that intention is going to be created some way, somehow. And it can either be created from a place of force or a place of flow. Now, again, what is hard for a lot of people is after they create this, intention, they try to go really deep into it by, creating the imaginal scenes, feeling the feeling, using affirmations, whatever it takes to get them into that state of energy. You're missing one fundamental key, which is that your human mind, your moral being, is nowhere near as intelligent as the all, right? The subconscious mind, the superconscious mind, whatever you want to call it, is far more powerful than your own human intuition, your own human, ability to logic your way through things. And so in David Hawkins' book, he talks about this concept of letting go being releasing the feelings, right? So rather than embodying feelings, right, we're releasing feelings. They're not necessarily opposed to each other. One is good for one thing and one is good for another thing, but we have to understand that all thoughts are manifestations of feelings. The feeling always comes first. And so if you are naturally this high vibrational being, if you're naturally this, light energy being that is able to achieve enlightenment simply by being, what is it that is clouding us? Well, it's expectations, it's fears, again, it's doubts and indecisions. And so by first releasing those things, you find that you are naturally raising to this higher plane. Rather than forcing yourself to be something, you simply intend to be something, and then you release. You allow it to happen. Now, this is one of those things that's easier said than done, but actually when you put it into practice, it is pretty simple. And the practice quite literally is feeling the feeling and allowing it to flow through you. I think a lot of the time, again, in this community, there is this idea that we need to push and push and push and visualize and feel and keep going until it manifests, right? Focus on it until it hardens into fact. But that can become a process of incredible resistance, right? All of the frames of space-time that occur between now and the achievement, the fulfillment of whatever it is that you're looking to create, that can cause so much resistance inside you. You're asking yourself constantly, why is it not here yet? What is it that I'm doing wrong? Onward and etc. And the reality is that you need to let go. You need to be present. You need to come back to the present moment, because in the present moment, you are fulfilled. You already have what it is that you are looking to create. And by saturating yourself, continuing to saturate yourself in that state of energy, by releasing, by not focusing on all of the lack, and also all of the materialistic evidence that what you're looking to create is here or it is not here, you simply find the present moment. You simply find the feeling that you're looking to feel. But in the meantime, you release the old feelings. So how do you do this? Well, this is something that I'm constantly telling my clients as what seems to be kind of in opposition to what a lot of people teach is allow yourself to feel the lack, right? Allow yourself to feel the heartbreak. Allow yourself to feel the fear. But do so in a way that is simply putting awareness on this feeling. If you can simply put awareness on this feeling and allow that energy to flow through you, that's what it will do. It will dissipate. And it seems kind of too good to be true, but I really challenge you to try this stuff. Find out what is that number one thing that I feel like I'm lacking in my life, right? And what are the physical feelings that come with that? Feel into those feelings. And I don't mean, go on this mental journey of asking yourself all these questions. The goal is really to put logic on the back burner and simply find the emotion. Find the emotion, let the emotion flow through you, and then that emotion will be gone. And at first, it might seem like one of these things that's like, why the hell did I do that? That didn't work. But it does work, and a lot of the time it's your friends and your family that are going to point out to you, hey, you seem a lot different. You seem like you're not stressing about this one thing anymore. And that's what you want. You don't want to be stressing about it, right? Again, we overcomplicate this process by thinking there's so much that we need to do, right? We need to visualize, then take inspired action and constantly be in that feeling. But again, trust the process and realize that this is going to come to pass. I highly recommend the book Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland, and how he explains that the creation of any goal is a spider web. It doesn't matter where you are on the journey. You can always create what it is that you're looking to create. And we talk about SP examples, we talk about financial abundance examples. And no matter where you are with anything, you and your SP could be so at odds, right? You could be totally have ghosted each other, and it might be years past, and it might seem like there's just too much in between you two, right? There's too many blockages, too much history. Release that, let that go, because you've already set the intention of what you want to happen, and your goal needs to be to live in absolute abundance as you are right now. It doesn't matter what is happening in your 3D world. Be positive, be energetic. I hate being cliche, but just find that high vibration right now. Be present. Release that lack, let that lack flow through you. Take account of it, but don't try to resist it. Don't try to, use all these techniques and stuff to overwrite what you have created in the past. It's important to recognize it. It's important to take accountability for it and allow it, right? Allow that feeling. And as you allow that feeling, as you put your awareness on that feeling and don't resist it, it will simply flow through you. You can use this for literally anything, but understand that you are naturally this high vibrational being. And so let go of your baggage, be in the present, find those emotions, let those emotions flow through you, and watch as you naturally start to rise up without any effort. That is what these laws are all about. They are the laws of least effort, creating your reality in the ether, and then let your 3D world become that. But don't use your human mind, your limited human mind, to try to manipulate and control and force things, because it's going to be so struggle-based. It's going to be such a challenge, and it's not a good challenge. It's not a worthwhile challenge. The real challenge is to, really believe that, hey, maybe these concepts of universal energy and, my own consciousness creating reality is what's happening. And if I can just allow that for a couple moments, if I can just, bask in that possibility and understand that anything really is possible, it's just up to me to get my human mind out of the equation and let the universe do its thing. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. I know, kind of a long rant, but just was a little bit inspired to create this video. This is something that I'm really going to be putting a lot of energy into in 2021. I just find that I really am starting to understand these concepts to their absolute depth, and it's freed me from so much, unconsciously using these practices of just saying, it is what it is, and allowing things to be. And now that I'm conscious of it, hopefully it doesn't create a lot of resistance to my personal life, but this is an adventure that I'm going on, a little journey that I'm going on, and so hope that you guys will join me. Subscribe, hit that little like button so more people can see this video. Let me know what kinds of videos you guys want to see. Drop them in the comments. You can shoot me an email at zach@veganstrongfit.com, and until next time, much love. Talk to you guys later.